Hello, everybody, and welcome to Groovy Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Chase, here with Austin.
What's going on?
And so it's just me and him here this time. We were supposed to have a third guy on here, but he's really busy right now, so hopefully we'll have him in the future, and he may join in halfway through. Never know. But as you can see by the screen in front of you, today's topics, Steam Awards and YouTube versus Twitch. Do you want to start out with YouTube versus Twitch or stream topics?
It doesn't matter to me. I guess, we can talk about that being just like
Yeah, I think
you
YouTube versus
streaming
Twitch.
mainly.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and start with that.
So I'm going to give my take because I've streamed on both platforms. So I started out on Twitch because, who doesn't? Like, if you think of streaming video games, you're like, oh, well, Twitch. So
Right.
I started streaming on Twitch, and I found quite a bit of traction, but I don't know. I just didn't see it going anywhere. Like, I didn't see affiliate anytime soon within the next 3 years. Like, it just didn't seem like something that was going to happen. And so I started playing more Valorant anyways, streaming on Twitch. And then I met a guy, and he brought me over to YouTube. And ever since then, I've seen a lot more growth. But you got to stay consistent on YouTube. You have, consistency is, the pure thing on YouTube, other than Twitch.
Right.
I mean, Twitch, you have to have consistency, but you have to have, a upload schedule almost. You have to have a schedule with Twitch. Other than with YouTube, it's just, anytime, just every day.
Yeah. I honestly, I've done a little bit of streaming on YouTube, mainly when I've, first got into, the idea of wanting to stream my games. It was mainly just using a GeForce experience to just straight up broadcast whatever I'm playing, no webcam or overlays or anything like that. And I would do it to YouTube, and then I kind of leaned towards streaming on Twitch because most of the people that I found that I liked watching were people that streamed on Twitch. And so when I actually got my first gaming computer, and I actually got into the groove of using Streamlabs OBS, using overlays, stuff like that, and got my first actual microphone, that's when I just kind of leaned in towards Twitch, because I kind of watched more people. I got influences from that. And I guess just from over time of me streaming, finding new people, meeting new people, and having actual people join my Discords and getting to know them, whatever, I kind of just stuck with the whole idea of streaming on Twitch, but I guess just is kind of the same aspect as to why you stay on YouTube. You met Adam, and Adam's a big, I wouldn't say big, but he's a pretty decent sized.
He's
YouTube
pretty
streamer.
decent sized.
Right.
He's a small streamer.
Right.
He's definitely a small streamer.
Right.
I think he's 800 subscribers now. I think he
Is
just
he
hit
really?
800. Yeah, I think he just hit 800 subscribers.
Oh wow!
So
I didn't know that.
he's pretty big. He's not. Yeah, no, he's 740. He's 740.
I mean, that's still a pretty big amount.
I mean, and then his girlfriend Leslie. I mean, how many subscribers she at?
5K subscribers or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous. So I mean.
So yeah,
and
stick
that's
tuned
another
for
thing.
Next week. We're gonna have him on the podcast. Hopefully,
yeah,
Adam.
we're gonna be interviewing him. So
that'll be fun.
Gonna be a lot of fun. But anyways, difference between YouTube and Twitch. I like watching YouTube streams more than I do Twitch streams, just because being able to play back, it's a lot more user friendly, and as a consumer, I enjoy YouTube streaming more than Twitch streaming. It seems to flow better. It seems to work better on whatever platform. I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot better for the consumer. And so, I mean, that's the main reason I moved over to YouTube streaming, because it is so much simpler. There is so much less that you have to do, to set everything up than you did with Twitch.
Right.
To get from nobody to, a big streamer, there's so much little stuff that you can do with Twitch and that the big streamers do with Twitch, and that makes their channel stand out so much more. But with YouTube, it's just so much simpler and condensed.
I guess that is true, and it's kind of I guess the way I'm looking at it, because in the way you explained it, that makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, I don't know, because it's on Twitch, when you look at it, you think mainly when you think of streamers, the first platform you think of is Twitch.
Oh yeah.
most of the big streamers we think of, like
Shroud,
Moist Critical,
Ninja,
Shroud, Ninja, yeah, they all started on Twitch. That's what they stream on. That's that's their platform.
but
And then
Twitch
you
is
have
old.
right, Twitch has been around for a while.
And
I
YouTube
guess I don't
only
know,
introduced streaming like what, a year, 3 years ago?
something like that.
I mean, like, and the thing is, if you will see more if you stream with Twitch, because you have to like hit this certain like thing with YouTube and get partnered and everything and contract with YouTube in order to really see anything out of it. But with Twitch,
Right.
you can see more out of it at a smaller step. But
Right.
growing
Does
on Twitch
YouTube
is a
have
lot
that?
harder.
Does YouTube have that like affiliate status thing
It
like Twitch
does,
does?
but ad revenue sucks on YouTube. Where ad
Right.
revenue is a lot more substantial on
Yeah.
Twitch, YouTube's all about the videos, like posting videos. So as a live streamer, you have to have a contract pretty much.
Right, exactly. And that's like that's one reason why I stood away. I've always said I wouldn't stream on YouTube or Facebook, unless they gave me a contract. I had a buddy who became a pretty decent sized YouTuber. And he got offered a contract by Facebook to stream on I think it was like 40 hours a month, and they were
Yeah,
paying him
that's
like
not too
eight
bad.
grand from Facebook. And so, but I mean, the platform that it is, because when you think of Facebook, the only people who are really seeing your stuff is your friends, family, people that you choose
Yeah.
to be friends with on Facebook. And so that's why I think it's kind of hard unless you have a contract and you're known for being a gaming
but
streamer.
I think Facebook, haven't they like set up like where you can search for gaming videos?
Yeah, now it's a lot more accessible now. And I
But
guess
still,
YouTube kind of is
like,
in a way as well, but
that's just, I don't know if I could be able to be like, yeah, I stream on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if like, man, I know if you're making money doing it and you enjoy doing it, do whatever you
oh
want.
yeah.
But
I mean, if you're getting paid.
like I'm pretty sure if Facebook was like, here's a contract, I'm gonna pay you to play video games on our platform, and it was
Right.
substantial enough, I'd be like, sure, why not? Like, but at the same time, I wouldn't be telling people I was like, so
Yeah, I know what you mean. And so the thing with Facebook is kind of the same thing I've always said about YouTube. They're the only like the first YouTube streamer that I found was a girl named Valkyrie. And
Oh
she actually has a
yeah,
contract with YouTube.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, she has a contract with YouTube, but with Twitch, I lean more towards putting my time in there because I think it's a bit more accessible, even though it still is hard. To
She's
get
actually,
affiliated.
I think she's the top female streamer, like out of
Is she really?
like in the world. I
Like
think she's
above
actually,
Pokimane?
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure she's the top female streamer.
Really? I didn't know that.
I might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure she is.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, she deserves it though. She is super funny. She's cute.
Yeah.
She has a good voice. Like, I mean, and that's another thing. Females have such and I hate to say this, and I know I'm gonna get called sexist for this,
I know.
but
I say
girls have a easier time streaming than guys, just because they're cute. Like, I don't care how cute you are. Yeah, and that's the thing. And it's just like, yeah, I would much rather listen to a girl stream than I would a guy, unless it's somebody like Shroud or something that I grew up with. But like, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. You
I
can't,
have
unless you're just
Sorry.
amazing at whatever you're doing. You can't just be a guy and stream. Like with a girl,
Right,
you
like-
can just
like
be a
me,
girl
yeah.
and stream. Like, you can just be a girl that sucks at video games and stream, and if you're cute and like semi funny, there you go, career. Like,
right. And I think the whole aspect is if you're pretty, it's easy to look at, and your voice is probably easier to listen to.
yeah, no, that's true. And the thing,
I-
and
I
that's
have-
not saying anything bad against female streamers. Like, they work
Mhm.
just as hard as, like, I mean, I'm just saying that to get started, I have a bunch of female streamer friends, and their careers just accelerate like crazy because they turn on their webcam. Like, and that's just, it's how it is. Like, I'm sorry, that's
The
just
view
how
count,
It is.
it's statistics. The view count is going to go up 2 to 3 times if you turn on your webcam.
Yeah, and that's true, and it's honestly, it's sad, but it's true.
I have I have someone in my chat right now telling me I think he says Pokimane or someone named Saint Peach. I've never heard of Saint Peach, so I'm gonna say that it's probably Pokimane. I think he looked it up. Who's the top female streamer as of right now? I think it's still Pokimane. I think she's still holding that throne.
All right, I'm looking it up right now. World.
You're looking it up, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, Pokemon. Oh no, it says she's the top. No, Valkyrie.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
3 weeks ago.
Platforms. Oh.
No, that's it's viewer count. No, she's the biggest like net worth, but viewer count, Valkyrie is bigger.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, this is by the source is Sushi on YouTube. Sushi. I just her video was the first one to pop up.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she's the top.
Yeah, and I'm not even trying to say it's like a sexist thing or like a female privilege thing, but it is. Sometimes it's nice to just like listen to a female voice talk, like whether they're playing video games actually, or if it's just like a just chatting thing. I've always been telling my girlfriend, you need to get into streaming.
Oh yeah, no, she does. She has a good voice for it too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
She just has that cute girl voice, like it's just perfect.
Thank you. I guess I got lucky.
Yeah, no. And she's outstandingly good at Valorant.
Yeah, she is, dude. It's whack how better she is at me than. That's like the one thing. Well, not one thing. There's many things, but one of the main things about why I fell in love with her, dude, is that like I can actually say that my girlfriend can whoop my ass in a video game. Sorry, just cursing the podcast. My bad.
You're the editor. You just have to edit it out.
I'll
what are you
talking about? I'll bleep it out in post.
But no. And so YouTube versus Twitch streaming. YouTube is the easier place to grow, in my opinion. Twitch is the easier place to make a career out of it. That's just how I look at it.
That's a great way of putting it. Yes, I've never really thought about it that way. That is a perfect way of putting it.
So what I actually plan on doing, and what Adam actually told me he's planning on doing, and I'm going to steal that from him, is I am going to grow on YouTube, and then I'm going to switch over to Twitch. Once I hit he said once he hits 1,000 subscribers, he's going to switch over to Twitch. I think he might do both, but until
multi-streams?
I don't know. I can't remember exactly what he's going to do, but what he wants to do is he's trying to get Leslie to not stream on YouTube and stream on Twitch, I think. Which, I mean, with already, she has like, 5K subscribers? I mean, yeah, that's the thing. So she could, I'm going to go ahead and look it up so we're not throwing false numbers.
Yeah, no, I think I looked at it recently. I think it was like 5.6, maybe 5.7, 5.8 subscribers.
5.76K subscribers. So, yeah.
So she'd have a pretty good starting base if she were to start streaming on Twitch.
And that's the thing. She's pulling, like, she uploaded a video 4 days ago, pulled 311 views. Like, it's not a 5.7 thousand subscribers and them silent. Like, she posted a video 4 weeks ago, we got 1.3K. Like 300 views a video is like, if I saw that, I'd freak out, kind of stuff.
And I think that's one thing that's common between YouTube and Twitch is that I've always noticed, no matter how many subscribers you have on YouTube, or how many followers you have on Twitch, not all of them are going to be there every single stream. Yeah, but there's always a good fraction of those. And so that's one thing that's similar is, no matter how big of the fan base you get, there's going to be a certain limited amount watching you, unless you're someone huge like, I don't know if you ever heard of Asmongold. He's
Asmongold, yeah.
Yeah, he's a very popular World of Warcraft streamer who recently started uploading.
Doesn't he do D&D also?
I think so. Him and his buddies have started doing some side things, like some wrestling thing, I think some D&D thing, and then he streams World of Warcraft because that's what he's like mainly known for.
And another thing is also, I think I'm going to remove my webcam. Like, when I go back to streaming again, I think I'm getting rid of my webcam.
Really?
A, it's not very high quality, and two, I think I'm going to feel more comfortable not having my face in there. Because I'm constantly, like, worried about my surroundings and, like, who's behind me, if, like, somebody walks by, or, like, what is in the background. So I think I'm going to remove my webcam for a while and see how I like it.
Yeah, it'll definitely be more comfortable. The reason I usually keep my webcam on is because, most of the time if I'm watching someone, I like to look at their webcam sometimes, or I like to think that some people like to look at my webcam whenever you see how shitty I am at the game that I'm playing, you can look at something else. And
Yeah.
especially if you, well, I guess that depends if you have a good webcam or not. I just recently got
Yeah.
a new webcam that shoots in 2K. I don't have the best lighting for it to look that good, but
Yeah, I just
um,
don't. I don't have a good webcam, so I'm not like. It's just
yeah,
not something I'm worried about.
right. I gotcha. So
But
I think ultimately, I think you put it in the perfect way possible. Is that YouTube is a good place to
grow.
grow. Twitch is the best place to start building a career. So it'd probably
Yeah.
be best to start on YouTube and then make your way over to Twitch. Yeah, like how Adam put it.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea for anybody.
Right.
But
Because I think with
no matter what you do, if you don't have a schedule, there's no point.
exactly you need the
Like
consistency.
if you plan on doing like I'm not somebody that plans on doing YouTube in like the next couple years. Like I plan on going to college in the next couple years. But if I
Yeah.
wanted to do YouTube 100% seriously, I would build a schedule. But I work
Yeah.
7 days a week, 40 hours a week. Like I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, no,
Like it's not
that's the
my
ultimate problem with streaming and being a YouTuber. Though they are two kind of different careers to get into, that's the one thing is having the schedule and the time to be consistent is difficult, especially
yeah.
when you have to be working a job or going to school while you're doing that, you know.
Oh yeah. So let's get into the Steam Awards
The Steam Game Awards.
because I disagree with about 80% of them.
Yeah, I would say that I do
And
too.
I'm gonna get so much hate in the comments for this.
Yeah,
I can feel it. I can feel it coming because
we're gonna
gamers
start
are
some
very
wars.
passionate. So I'm gonna announce them.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna announce them. I'm gonna list them off real quick.
You want to start with the Game of the Year?
Yeah, Game of the Year
Okay.
right off the bat: Red Dead Redemption 2. VR Game of the Year: Half-Life Alyx, Labor of Love, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Better with Friends, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Most Innovative Gameplay, Death Stranding. Outstanding Story-Rich Game, Red Dead Redemption 2, once again. Best Game You Suck At, Apex Legends. Outstanding Visual Style, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Best Soundtrack, Doom Eternal. Sit Back and Relax, Sims 4. So that's the winners. That's who got it. So,
Yep. So
let's start with Game of the Year.
yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I disagree. And everybody's gonna hate me.
I'm not going to lie. This game definitely had some potential, and it
Mhm.
was a great build up. I mean, from the year that Red Dead Redemption 1 was released, let me look that up really quick. Red
But
Dead
okay,
Redemption
when I
1.
say I disagree, I'm not a big fan of these type of games. Like anything like story based, I'm never because I just don't have the patience. I really don't. The only story games I've ever played were the Halo games, and I'm rebeating all those again in my spare
Really?
time. But I don't have the patience to just sit through and play these games. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Then again, I grew up playing Counter Strike, so I mean, so
and
I
people are still playing Counter Strike. I mean, you see them Labor of Love.
we
But-
also I have a mixed opinion on that one too, so we'll get into
Yeah,
that later.
No. So like I was saying, there was a lot of hype behind this game because from Red Dead Redemption 1 being released in 2010 and then Red Dead Redemption 2 not being released until I think it was released in 2019, right?
Red Dead Redemption.
2. Well, yeah, it was released 2018, sorry. And and then winning Game of the Year in 2020. I'm not gonna lie, this game was pretty good. I had fun playing it at first, and like hearing about all the hundreds of Easter eggs that they've packed into this game and little cameos and it was really cool to play around and see the different kind of things, and it being such a huge
Yeah, its exact release
open
date was
world.
December 5th, 2019.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. But then the campaign I think was like 60 hours or something. So it was very quick to get bored of this game.
Yeah,
And,
I don't know. I just see in anything with like that big of a, and like I have Serious Sam 4, and even that type of like even that it's not a very big story game, but I'm yet to beat that game, and I've had it for like a year now, and I don't know. Man, I try playing it, I just can't bring myself to do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. When I play it, I enjoy it, but I have to get myself into playing it.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest problem.
Let's see what they have listed here as to why this game won Game of the Year 2020.
Yeah, go ahead and read that off.
From the Steam Awards, steampowered.com/Steam Awards website, they have listed maybe it's immersive gameplay or its gripping story. It's well-crafted characters, immaculate design, or addictive multiplayer. Whatever the reason, the winner of the 2020's Game of the Year award is an instant classic. So
classic. Oh
yeah,
I don't know that.
I guess it gets that classic title because of Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yeah,
since that was such a good game.
Man, I just don't know, man. I really don't. There's so many games that came out this year and a lot of them got postponed. I really think like some of the games that got postponed, I think if those were to come out, I'm still waiting for Halo Infinite, man. I want to see that game be so good.
Yeah. Well, let's see some of the. So there are 4 other games that were listed right after Red Dead Redemption 2 that were the runner-ups.
Okay, Hades. Don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either. Exactly.
Never seen it in my life, and it got runner-up.
Exactly, second place.
I don't know. We're not even gonna touch it. I say we just skip it. Like I don't even care.
I know nothing about Hades.
I could see that one getting. I could see that if that one won, I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't complain. Doom has always been a classic title, whether it be like the soundtrack, which it got the award for, like it should, and then seeing a bunch of memes online of Doom Eternal, just because it's very well known, so everyone knows like what it is. And then Fall Guys right after
Ultimate Knockout.
I don't know about Game of the Year.
No, I wouldn't give it Game of the Year. And then Death Stranding, definitely not. We don't.
No, definitely not Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding. I think it's more hype than anything.
Exactly. I was gonna say Death Stranding was kind of on the same hype train as Red Dead Redemption 2. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was more redeeming than Death Stranding was, but I feel like they're kind of in the same boat. Red Dead Redemption 2 wasn't a letdown. I just got bored of it. Death Stranding was just kind of a letdown.
Yeah. Okay. Now VR Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Half-Life Alyx. Okay. Now I heard a lot of people really liked the VR Half-Life Alyx game, and you know what? If that's your thing, but I really think the runner-up should have gotten this one. Phasmophobia. I'm not gonna spend much time on Half-Life Alyx because if you know VR, you know how excited everybody got about Half-Life Alyx. Like CS:GO even did like if you owned Half-Life Alyx, you got like a special sticker capsule that like nobody else could get, or like something like that. And
Gmod, CS:GO, and Half-Life are all mixed into the same boat.
Yeah. So, but no, I really think that Phasmophobia should have gotten this one. So much content got brought from this game. So many people enjoyed it from platforms. Just everybody enjoyed it. I don't think I know one person that did not enjoy that game.
Phasmophobia?
Yeah. I don't know anybody that didn't enjoy that game.
Yeah. I mean, especially when it first came out. I remember, I don't have a VR myself, but my girlfriend has a VR. And when we found out that we could play Phasmophobia on VR, I immediately ran into her room and I was like, babe, we have to set this up. We have to try this out. And I literally could not do it by myself. If I was playing with somebody else, I would be okay. But in VR, it's a whole nother monster, dude. I literally almost peed myself trying to.
Dude, I hate horror stuff, but I still think Phasmophobia definitely should have gotten it. Like,
yes,
I don't know what the Room VR, A Dark Matter. I don't even know what that is. I'm being pretty honest with you.
Never heard of that. I wonder if that's another horror game.
Thief Simulator. Okay.
Never heard of Thief Simulator.
I have, but I really don't think it should be on this list. And then Star Wars Squadrons. I don't know. That just seems like.
See, it's just a classic Star Wars game that's just trying to get you more immersed now that we have the power of VR.
And I'm gonna skip down for a little bit just because we're on the VR topic. Game I think should have gotten VR Game of the Year. Superliminal.
Yes.
Wait, is that not a VR game?
No, Superliminal is not VR.
I thought it was. My bad. Is there not a VR like version of it? I swear there
I
was.
I
Maybe
don't
not.
know.
I could. Never mind. Ignore that.
Well,
Completely ignore that.
let's jump from Labor of Love and Better with Friends, since you brought up Superliminal, and go to most innovative gameplay for a second.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. Because Death Stranding was the
Death
winner of
Stranding.
this. And
What?
I don't think it should have gotten it. I
No.
really don't. It really just perplexes me on how in the world Death Stranding got anything after what they did.
Oh, it was super hyped, and some people didn't like the story. Some people did. I thought it was kind of cool, the concept that they brought, but the gameplay ultimately was, I thought, the main reason that people didn't like the game or got bored of it, because it's literally just you walking with heavy cargo and trying not to
Oh,
fall over.
yeah, that's like when you have a game that is so focused on doing one thing repetitively.
Yeah.
I remember everybody talking about this game now and how they hated it so much. Death Stranding,
Yeah.
because nobody wanted to play it.
It was just boring because you literally had to walk everywhere, miles.
Yeah.
And
Okay, and
so
then
since you, yes, go ahead.
Control Ultimate Edition, never heard of it. Be completely
Yeah,
honest with
so
you.
I never heard of Control up until a few weeks ago. My girlfriend brought this up to me and showed me a trailer for it. It looks like a really cool game in the style of the main character that you are. I'm not sure who you're fighting or why you're fighting, but your main character has some sort of power. You can fly. You have this gun
Yeah,
that
I'm
shoots
watching the
lasers or
preview
something
for
like
it,
that.
kind of.
It looks like a pretty cool game. I honestly would play it if they had like a free trial weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect out of it. It's very positive reviews on Steam, with 11,000 reviews. But yeah, I never really heard much about it up until probably a few weeks before the Steam Awards.
I'm. This is my first time hearing about it right now. Like,
It looks cool. I don't think it's bad.
okay, but Superliminal,
Yeah.
or however you say it, Superliminal. I don't know.
Yeah. Superliminal. Yep.
That is such a good game.
Yeah.
The
I,
concept of that game is so good. Like,
I don't think it's ever been done before either. I don't think anyone has brought anything like that.
because and it messes with your mind. It messes
Yeah.
with your mind so much. I don't know. I don't think any other game, like, it sets its own. That's the reason I think it should have gotten most innovative gameplay, because
Yeah.
I've never seen another game that was like, here, this, look. Like, it just I don't know. It's its own thing. Like, no,
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. I don't know. It brings like a whole different concept of like what you view in a game.
Right, and it's a great game to play if you're bored. I bought and downloaded this game, and I played through it, and I think it's a very short game. It's only $20 on Steam, and I almost beat it in one night. And it was actually really cool because what they do is it brings the whole like the whole thing in the game is perspective is reality or something like that. So
Yeah.
depending on how far away you are from an object, or how close, you can resize an object, and everything just looks bigger or smaller depending on the environment. And so it brings that into a puzzle.
Yeah, as soon as you grab
aspect.
it, you can interact with it by either bringing it far away and making it smaller, or like bringing it closer to you
Yep.
and making it bigger.
Making it huge, right?
Okay, and now there is another game, Noita,
Noita? I've never.
which my buddy, he is a very big roguelike fan. Like any type of like roguelike games, he loves, and he owns this game. So knowing that he owns this game, it's
Mhm.
probably pretty good.
Yeah,
Like,
it
'cause he
has
doesn't buy very many
overwhelmingly
games.
positive reviews.
Well, I mean, all of these are gonna have overwhelmingly positive views.
Well, yeah, I guess
But,
that's
yeah. But no, if he owns it, it's probably really good. But I don't see it being an award game. I see it being a great game by far.
Yeah, innovative gameplay. Looking at the screenshots that it's running through on the website, it looks like
an
a
indie
Terraria game or something.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything that I'd be like, oh wow, that's super innovative. And
Yeah,
then Teardown. I've seen people play this game. It's just the only thing that's really cool about it is everything just has its own pixel. It's just everything is interactable. You can break down everything. I
Destroy things, blow things up.
It's your Unity. Spent 60,000 bajillion hours on this game. I don't know. It just doesn't. It's nothing that hasn't been done before, and that's where I'm like seeing like innovative gameplay. Okay, but it's just, I don't know. It's just nothing that's been done before.
Right.
It's something that's been done before. So, all right, let's scroll back up to Labor of Love.
Yes.
Now, I am a super big Counter-Strike Global Offensive fan. I played, like I've said before, I've played minor competitive CSGO, so I've put in the hours. I love this game. Does it deserve the title Labor of Love? No. The people that made this game, Valve, they don't care about it. Like, I'm serious. Valorant never got created. They never update the game. I bet you money Valorant never gets created. They never add anything new to the game because they're the only game like them. They are the only game that is them, and they don't listen to their community. They don't. They made the game free to play. The community hated that. Nobody in the community liked that they made it free to play. Did it broaden the community? Yes. Did it ruin the game? Yes.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Amount of hackers and
it made the game unplayable. Like, I've yet to play the game since they made it free to play. Really, like I've played it a couple times. I don't know. I
never played CS:GO until they made it free, and immediately after playing it, I spent the $15 to get the Prime whatever, so I can only play with people. So if you had bought CS:GO before it became free, you got a loyalty badge or something like that, and so you have the option to play with only Prime players. So it's other people who have paid to play Counter-Strike, and so I immediately paid $15 to play with Prime people who have paid for it, just to get out of those lobbies full of hackers and toxic shit talkers and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is they had that, and I'm like, okay, that's really good. I'm like, that separates the, and then they add another payable thing where you can play with like people that pay even more money.
Really?
And it's like, I'm not gonna pay more money. I'm like, I'm not gonna play this game anymore. I'm like, you're not getting any more money out of me, CSGO. I've spent way too much on you. And so, all right, so next, runner-up, Labor of Love, Among Us. And I can see where they deserve that. I mean, they've rebuilt this game. They really did. I mean, it used to be a game nobody played.
Map soon.
Yeah, well, and it's the thing, is why is it taking so long?
Yeah, I don't know.
I promise you.
Sloth.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's taking so long. I really don't. It doesn't seem like that complex of a game. Unless, I mean, I know their build team isn't big, but they've made so much money off this game in like how long? Hire more people.
Exactly.
Like, I promise you, there's billions of map designers out there that would be like, I would love to work on Among Us. Like, I promise you.
Definitely.
The next game is the one I think should win. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, because for a while in Among Us, before it started gaining the traction from all of these streamers starting to go back to the game, because the game came out in, I think, 2017. And since 2017, since there wasn't a lot of people playing it, they kind of took their attention, Innersloth, the company who made Among Us, they turned their attention from Among Us and started to develop an Among Us 2. And so since the original Among Us started to get very popular and blew up because these Twitch streamers and people seeing their favorite people playing this game, and that they found out they could play it with their friends, and they decided to scrap Among Us 2 and then turn their attention back into Among Us. And since then, I think the only things they've added were little just minor miscellaneous stuff, like on the voting screen in the game, you can now see what hats and clothing players are wearing, and there's a couple more options in the game settings for the host to update taskbar during meetings, or never, or always. You can turn on anonymous or voting or whatnot.
Also, another thing they should add, and I think everybody in the community agrees, more accessibility to mods. Start working. You're a community-driven game. Start working with the community. Start working with these mod makers. I have like a proximity chat thing downloaded onto my computer, and 90% of the time it doesn't work because of the Among Us client. Work with these mod makers and make your game amazing. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling
think that'd be
you,
pretty
you
cool.
have so much potential with this game. And so, all right. So, get off Among Us, Terraria.
Terraria.
I had over 1,000 hours on this game
Jesus.
before my account got hacked. And I think this game deserves it all. I really do. Because they have not stopped updating this game since I was a little kid playing it. They've updated it every year. They've come out with something big. And like not
2011.
small updates. When was this made?
May 16th, 2011 was his initial release date.
I was... Wait, I'm trying to think. I was
like 10 years old when this game was released.
Yeah, I was like 9 or 8. And I remember it coming out and getting it for the Xbox. And I didn't really... Me and my buddy, we never really got far into it. But after I got a PC, it's like the first thing I downloaded. Like, this was like the first game I bought and downloaded because it could run on my old laptop. But this game has brought me so many hours of enjoyment. And it's just, man, it's been updated so many times. Like, I don't know how many updates there are for this game, but they released their final one this year. And so
final update.
Yeah, they did their final update. And yep.
Really? I have never played Terraria. I know people who have, and everyone that I know who has played Terraria say that they absolutely fucking love it and that they have like thousands of hours on this game. But I've never played it. I actually want to, now that I know that it was the third runner-up for Labor of Love. So I know you said they just released their final update. What was the final update, actually?
Journey... I can't remember, man. It was like,
so is it like expansion packs or
what it is? Every update added like a new boss.
Oh,
and there's probably like 20 or so bosses in this game.
Oh wow!
And each of them just take forever.
So is it kind of a similar? I'm not going to compare it to Minecraft because I mean these obviously are two different games. But is it the same concept? Building your own weapons, home, stuff like that, and then building up to defeat the final boss, or
it's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the most generalized layout of Terraria. You start off and it's like Minecraft. You start off and you're chopping trees, and then you slowly find and get loot and craft loot from. So you have to kill bosses to get certain crafting materials to make better loot, and you can keep re-killing these bosses to get those crafting materials to make better stuff. And then once you kill the wall of flesh, it sends it into hard mode. And everything gets harder from there. But you start getting better loot. And there's certain classes. There's like warrior, archer, summoner, wizard. Well, they're not, it doesn't say classes. But you can get class-oriented gear. So like if you use this gear, it gives you buffs towards certain abilities. So like I played summoner class. And so I would have it kitted out to where I could spawn like 6 different like helpers that fought for me. But like they've made this game, and I don't even know. I haven't kept up the updates because they just came out of nowhere, just like big updates every year, and like I can't even keep up with it. But it's probably my top 3 favorite game. Like it's probably in my top 3.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know if you want to talk about Witcher 3 or No Man's Sky, who are the 4th and 5th.
No Man's Sky, get out of here. No Man's Sky, you got better, but nobody likes you.
Yeah,
you're like the alcoholic uncle that like quit drinking as much,
but still sucks. They tried, but not enough. Okay, you want to move on to Better with Friends?
Better with Friends, yes. Go ahead. You read it out for us.
The Better with Friends 2020 award went to Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. I don't know if I 100% agree with this. I mean, I get it. It was like relevant, very relevant for probably a month or two, and then Among Us came and took everything over. I think
Among Us should have won this one.
Yeah, I think really Among Us, or the second runner-up was Sea of Thieves. I think Among Us or Sea of Thieves.
I think Sea of Thieves or Among Us should have gotten this. I don't even think I think Fall Guys maybe should have gotten 3rd.
Yeah,
Borderlands. I don't see that one even getting it. I love Borderlands, especially Borderlands 3, but man, I just don't.
I remember playing Borderlands. I think it was Borderlands 2.
By the way,
with,
we should get into Sea of Thieves. You should teach me how to play Sea of Thieves one time.
Oh, I
one
would
day.
love to teach you how to play Sea of Thieves, dude.
I need to
Most like
get it.
90% of the time when I stream, I'm playing Sea of Thieves. It's a really fun game. It's kind of, it's not really hard to get into, but it's an open world PvP, or well, I guess PvE style game. So there's always other people that can come and mess with you, or there's actual in-game AI that'll mess with you, or sometimes to level up. So there's like emissaries in the game
Mm-hmm.
that you can level up. And through most of those emissaries, the quests they give you to level up, you most of the time have to go to a certain island, either dig up treasure or defeat certain AIs, and then you get treasure from defeating them, and you turn it in for gold and experience.
I just think the whole like making your own ship, like progressing, I think that's just so cool. And like just
It is. It's
and
fun.
just on a ship with other people, like that's just I think that's just so cool. Deep Rock Galactic, no. I
Never
watched
heard of it.
I watched Let's play it. Hated it. I legit could not stand
Really?
watching them play it. Like I just quit. And I watched like all their content. So it was like very like disheartening for me.
59,000 people said it was overwhelmingly positive.
Okay, well
I've never heard of it.
they can go and anyways, Risk of Rain 2. I love this game. Okay, so I mean, I have it for my Switch.
Mhm.
And it is the best time killer in the world. Because it's like one of the games I'll play on my Switch and I'll just be absorbed into it for like the next 2-3 hours. And then
So
I could
it's
just go right ahead.
it's a game available on Switch and Steam as well.
Yeah. And I think it was originally a PC game, but Switch integrated it over.
Oh, okay.
But it is so good. It's a roguelike. So you start off nothing and you build up, and then when you die, you go back to having nothing.
What?
So
Minecraft hardcore mode?
no, but it's you get new characters, you upgrade their abilities through doing like certain actions and stuff and like doing certain stuff. But I really think this game deserves it. I have to give a shout out though to Mason for me even knowing what this is. Mason's a buddy of mine. He lives in the same town as me. We went to school together, and we both got Switches like around the same time. And this was one of the games he made me get, and then we both ended up getting it, and we played it together for like a solid week.
Oh, so it's multiplayer.
Well, it's it's multiplayer.
Co-op?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a co-op. There's like. But it's so good. Like it's so good. And there's a level of like that you can get really good at it. Like there's like okay, you can play it casually, then there's a really good at it.
I see.
So there's like people that like do nothing but are Risk of Rain people, like streamers and stuff. And that's all they do.
I want to give my own nomination for Better with Friends because for a little while, and what actually like got me a little bit of traction on Twitch was Casual Clashers.
Oh, Casual Crashers. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. I actually have that game. What?
Yeah, I do too. It was like on sale once for like $3, and all my buddies, like the four of us, we were like, "Yo, dude, we haven't played this since we were like 7 years old when it came out on Xbox. You know, we need to download this and play this."
Yeah.
And I streamed it for a good while. We beat the campaign maybe 2 or 3 times, and a bunch of people on Twitch loved watching it. A bunch of people came into my chat and were talking to me about it, like how to get certain things, how to do certain stuff. I wish that would have been at least like, I mean, at least the 5th nomination. Maybe instead of Deep Rock Galactic.
It's such an old game though. Like that's the only thing that's like this is like Game of the Year awards. Like this is like within 2020.
Yeah, well, when did Borderlands 3 come out?
I don't know, man.
Oh wow, March 2020. I didn't even realize it was
really
that recent.
March.
Yeah.
Wait, am I thinking of the wrong Borderlands?
Because I know that they released Borderlands. I remember playing Borderlands
know.
2 must have been like 2012, but the game had been out for a while at that point.
Anyways, so we covered Fall Guys. All right. Red Dead Redemption 2 got most outstanding story-rich game. Still, again, but Detroit Become Human should have gotten
Yes,
it.
the runner-up. That was a really
It
good
should
game.
have gotten it. It really should
Yes.
have. Mafia is good, but it's more of like a.
I
I don't
like
know if
what
it
I've
should
been
have gotten it
seeing.
or not.
I like all the things I've been seeing of Mafia. I have never played it, but I'm really into the whole Mafia old like 50s, 60s style games. I think that was really cool. But Detroit Become Human, I played this on my PlayStation, um, and I thought it was really cool for the aspect of I love games that give you an option of what to say, and that it can change your basically your whole entire story. And so with the game being solely based around the decisions you make, and that you can really change it however you want. Like at the beginning of the game, spoiler alert if you haven't played Detroit Become Human, you're an investigative AI robot, and the first mission is that I think it's a robot of a family who's like their caretaker, I guess, for their little daughter, just like snaps and goes crazy, and you have to go out into this balcony and stop him while he's holding the little girl at gunpoint, and he's standing on the ledge of the building, and you have to talk him out of it, calm him down, I guess, because the family's probably talking about getting a new robot or something, and he somehow gains some kind of own emotion. And so it's fun because you can either mess it up really badly and he either shoots the little girl or falls off the back of the building, or it could go swimmingly and you can talk him out of it. He puts the gun down, he pushes the girl towards you, and what I think ultimately at the end, I think he still jumps off the building, but you have to save him or something.
Yeah,
I think it was a great game. I mean, I don't
I
know.
think it really touched on like AI. I really like its whole AI
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah,
I
it
really
was really
think
fun.
yeah. And okay, so Metro Exodus. I don't know much about this game, but I have a buddy that really loves this game, so I wish I could get his input on it.
I've heard a lot
And
about Metro. Never played it.
and then Horizon Zero Dawn. There was a lot of hype around this game. I was like super excited for it to come out, and then about a month before it came out, I lost interest because of something else. So
Mhm.
it doesn't deserve it in my point of view. I don't know. I don't ever really.
It looks like
Okay,
most people did too. Like 32,000 reviews, and it's only at mostly positive, not very positive or overwhelmingly.
okay. Best games you suck. Best game you suck at. Apex Legends. Okay, I do suck at it, but best game.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay, Shroud even says nah. Like
Really, Stroud himself.
Shroud does not like this game. Like he played the game, he got Apex, like he's good at it. He just says it's not a fun game.
Yeah, I don't think because I remember when it first came out, there was the whole hype of like, oh, Fortnite is finally gonna die.
Yeah, I was
We have
excited
this
for Fortnite to
new.
die.
Yeah, but I think ultimately this game kind of killed itself. I know they're still updating it. And it's still a pretty
It's
fun
just
game.
they're another
It,
one of those they don't listen to the community.
yeah, well, I mean, some people like it, some people don't. I know Adam is currently playing Apex Legends.
Yeah,
I think he
actually,
was.
he's playing it right now. He's live.
Yeah, I didn't like it too much. I actually made a YouTube video on it, testing it out, trying to be as funny as I could, and I think I ended up privating it anyways because it wasn't that fun.
I just,
Even when I
man,
tried.
I just don't. I never enjoyed it. Like I tried playing it, I really did, because I had a lot of friends that were super, just love it, but
Hmm.
I just can't do it. I don't know if it's because I suck at it or if it's just, I don't know. I do suck at it, but I never enjoyed it.
I
There's a
suck
lot of
at
games I
battle royale
suck at,
games. Period. Yeah.
but I just still enjoy. So I don't know. Crusader Kings 3. I don't like those kind of games. I just don't.
I don't really either. I mean, I know people who
So I'm not giving it my 2 cents. Gonna be completely honest with you. I just don't enjoy those type of games, so I can't really give it my 2 cents.
yeah,
Ghost Runner, never heard of it.
I haven't really heard of it, but looking at it, it looks like a really pleasing game and it looks cool. Anything really that has anything to do with Japanese culture, I'm always drawn to. So maybe it's just the bias inside of me. I guess
I
it's
mean, I
kind
think
of
it looks cute. I think it looks cool, but
it looks cool.
I just
I don't know why this
know.
would be best game you suck at though. I don't know what the
Yeah,
concept
I
is.
don't, I think it's a
So,
platformer.
oh, I see.
I think it
First
deals with
person,
like a
fast
lot of
paced.
like bee hopping type deal, like momentum jumping, strafing, air
Oh, I
strafing.
see.
So that might be. Um,
And I think
yeah.
the fourth runner is it's kind of
I
funny.
think Valorant should have gotten this.
Well, you see, the Valorant isn't a Steam game though. Like I wish Minecraft
Oh
would have been
yeah,
in like instead of
yeah.
in what is it? Sit back and relax. I wish Minecraft would have gotten that, but
Man,
no, it's not a
Minecraft
Steam
would have
game.
gotten freaking Better with
It would have
Friends,
gotten way
Labor
more.
of Love.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so
Um,
FIFA 21.
yeah, so
Sports
that's what I think is
games, in
funny.
my point of view, I just don't like sports games.
I don't either, really.
I don't like
I play
sports
like
games.
Madden and stuff with my buddies, but yeah, I do suck at it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're
And
that fun.
okay, and GTFO, never really heard of it.
I've heard of it,
Man, I feel
never
so
played
bad. I
it.
just never heard of these games. Like, I
It
just don't
says
know
it's a
what they
horror
are.
game. Yeah. Oh, this was released in 2019, where the rest of these I think were released in 2020.
No, Terraria was released in like 2011.
Oh no, I meant the best game that you suck at.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it has some potential there, saying that it was released a year before the rest of these games, and it's
Yeah, it's
still
a
made it
hardcore
its
four
place.
person.
Horror game.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, and it says it's still in early access after a year of its release.
Oh, so it's one of those games.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, Apex Legends, best game you suck at.
I don't think any of
That's
those.
whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really agree
There's-
with any of these in here.
But then again, I've never really played much of those. So,
Yeah,
all right. So, outstanding visual style, Ori. Yes, you win.
I think this game looks cool. Yeah, I
think
actually don't
it is
disagree with this.
such a beautiful game. It is so cute. It's amazing. The gameplay is good. It's
Yeah.
just, and I remember watching Jacksepticeye play this all the way through,
Yeah,
and it's such a beautiful game. It just is.
I like the
Oh,
whole concept. The screenshots. I've always been fascinated with like I guess alternate world kind of stuff. Like if you ever
yeah.
seen Avatar, the Pandora world, I think that looks awesome. And so that's kind of the vibes I get from this. This looks really cool. I'm actually not upset with this award being for this game. This game
Oh yeah.
looks really
It
nice.
should have. Yeah, it definitely should have won. Like I think it should have won. Battlefield 5, great runner up. Like
Yeah.
not a great game, visually amazing. There is no game. Should not even be on this list. I don't know why it's here, but sure.
I guess outstanding visual style. I mean,
Marvel's Avengers. Call of Duty
What?
looks better than that. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but no. And then I don't
And
know what
then-
Black Mesa is.
well, I see it has the Half-Life A in it, so it looks like it's another Valve game.
It doesn't even
um,
look that good. Wait, what?
It doesn't
What?
look that good, no. And so that's why I'm confused with that one. And there is no game visual, like outstanding visual style. I guess if they're saying that, like,
Maybe
I
it's
guess the-
visual. Maybe it was supposed to look. I don't know.
I mean,
But no,
the last three
Ori,
really make
Battlefield
sense.
5, both
Yeah,
very good.
Battlefield especially has always looked really cool because that's been their aspect, is like a realistic war fighting game. And so I always that definitely deserves a second spot. But Ori, yes, definitely deserves.
I know all of these games for best soundtrack. I can give my detailed opinion on all these games.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that Halo was even
Yeah.
in one of these awards.
So I
Nice.
think Halo should have won. That's my opinion because I grew up with Halo. But
Yeah.
Doom has an amazing soundtrack, so I'm not
Yeah.
even butthurt that they won. Like,
yeah, no, and
Doom.
I'm satisfied that Halo at least got second in there too.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad. If they didn't get second, I would be a little upset. But I think Persona should have taken over Helltaker. Need for Speed's where Helltalker, my bad. But Helltalker, I think, should have gotten fifth. But Need for Speed needs to over. I think Persona should take over Helltalker because if you play a Persona game, you're playing it for the sound. Like, I'm sorry. But if you're playing Persona, you're there for the soundtrack. Kind of the
I've
gameplay.
never played Persona, but I've always heard people who talk about it.
It's
Anime
a story
and whatnot.
game. It's a story game.
Okay.
And I'm not a big story game fan, but I've watched people play Persona, like my buddies. Like I've sat in like the same room, and the soundtrack is so good. Like I'll legit just sit there and listen to it. Like it has an amazing soundtrack. Halo, like I said, grew up with it. If you hear a Halo song,
yeah. I want to say with Doom though, my girlfriend and I are very heavy metal fans. We've always loved heavy metal, and so
Doom, yeah.
Recently, like she downloaded it and she's been playing it. The music, it's just like, if there is a game that like solely relies on the music to keep you going, because I think the gameplay, I honestly compare the gameplay in Doom to Halo, because it's you walking around with a gun killing aliens. I mean, if you, Halo isn't just that, but if you want to dumb it down, I guess that's the same concept. And so with Halo and Doom, because Halo obviously is a different music style than Doom, because Doom, I mean, if anyone's ever played Doom or seen any meme of Doom, you know it's a lot of heavy guitar and drums, and it's very motivating. Halo is motivating in the opposite way. It's nice sounding music, it's soothing most of the time, but then they have the da 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 da, and it gets a little heavier.
The reason I think it's a really close competition is because you can play any Halo song, 98% of the people recognize it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, most Doom music I don't recognize. Oh, that's from Doom. Like, have I listened and played Doom? Yeah. Could I recognize it? No. I just. But is it good? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So sit back and relax.
So these are the most chilled games.
I don't know. Satisfactory, yes, you should be up there. I think Satisfactory should be up higher because that game is actually like really good, and I think it needs to get more praise. Untitled Goose Game, I think, should have won maybe.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it, especially like people who have played like I know it's not similar to what is it, Goat Simulator, but like just like games where you play as an animal causing chaos. I think it's fun to just do if you're bored, and so I guess Sims 4, kinda. Sims has always been fun to just mess around with. Everyone knows that. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers, like a YouTuber I watch called RT Game, who will like make YouTube videos of him just doing funny in The Sims. It's fun to do when you're bored. Flight Simulator, when this came out, all the hype coming up for this, this is the first like flight-based game, because I've never been that kind of person. I've always been like a first-person game kind of thing. Flight Simulator was the first flight game that I actually wanted to spend money on, because it looks super cool, and the fact that the world is actually the world, and you could fly to your exact house if you wanted to.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah. They based the map like based off of Google Maps or whatever, and so you could actually fly to your exact house if you can map out how to get there. I feel like maybe Flight Simulator should have won over Sims 4, but Sims has always just been like a classic.
I don't know anything about Flight Simulator, to be completely honest with you. Oh, well, they're partnered with Microsoft. Duh, they got it off
it's
Google
Microsoft
Maps.
Flight Simulator. Yeah.
But no, I think any of them should have got it over. I don't really think Sims 4. I mean, I don't think it really got a lot of traction.
Well,
not a lot of people play Sims anymore.
Sims 4 wasn't even on Steam until recently. Like I don't think very recently, but it was like strictly on Origins because it's an EA game. It was made by EA, so it was on Origins for most of the time it's been out, and then recently it was released to Steam.
I think Satisfactory. So I feel like, but okay, the difference between Satisfactory is very stressful.
Is it?
In a degree, because you're like trying to make everything work, and it's like kind of frustrating. So it's not a sit back and relax. While Untitled Goose Game is more of like, I'm just gonna sit back, I'm gonna relax, I'm just gonna beat this game.
Like if you're bored, mess around.
Factory IO, frustrating. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna relax and play that game.
It looks like a StarCraft kind of thing, like a bird's eye view.
It's just so like I can't get into it. A lot of people can. Not my cup of tea. Flight
Yeah.
Simulator, okay, I think that probably should have won because I could see just sitting back and just playing this game.
Yeah, I mean, I actually want to buy this game. I think it's still $60. I'm waiting for it to go on sale, and then I would definitely buy this game and just fly around because it's really cool. It actually has
Why does
real
it say
time
it's
weather.
similar to Astroneer? Wait, what?
I've never heard of Astroneer.
You've never heard of Astroneer? Off
Me-
topic,
me-
Astroneer is a survival game, but you're able to go into space. I know you're already in
Really?
space. You're an astronaut, Astroneer. But yeah, you're like surviving, trying to like. It's a really good game. I really enjoy it. I own it. And I've played quite a bit of it.
I wanted to say one of the other just like it's like a little miscellaneous cool thing that makes Flight Simulator such a cool and renovating game. It has real time weather. So let's say
really?
if you wanted to fly to your house, depending on what time it is and what the weather is actually like where you are, it'll be raining or it'll be snowing.
That's so cool.
It's a really cool game. They put a lot of thought into that, and I feel like that should have gotten over The Sims 4. I never played Satisfactory.
I think that should be up there with innovative gameplay.
Maybe. I don't think it would have because like a flying game has been done before, but the whole aspect of real-time
it's
weather,
never been done like this.
right? That's a good point.
Like it's never been done to where you can fly to your house and the weather be correct.
Right. And
like,
I mean, dude,
so
if you
trippy.
have like a top line graphics card too with ray tracing, this game probably looks absolutely phenomenal.
You would never have to leave the house. You could just legit get on your computer and then just. And the thing is, it supports Oculus headsets.
Oh, it does? It supports
Oculus
VR?
Rift. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Oculus Rift. You just put it on and then play with your keyboard and mouse.
Even more immersive, flying in actual VR. That's awesome.
Dude, I would. No, I think this should have earned more than just.
Yeah. No, I hands down agree. I think that I want to compare this to what happened with CSGO winning Labor of Love. I think it's just because they have Sims and CSGO, since they've been around for so long, it just has like kind of a cult following, I guess.
It does.
There are people who absolutely love those games.
I think
Sims,
anybody that's played it for a long time, CSGO, like the community, I think a lot of community members would agree it doesn't deserve Labor of Love. Has it come a long way in 8 years? Yeah.
Definitely.
But it took them 8 years to get there. Legit, they would have not have touched this game. They would not have touched CSGO if Valorant never came out. Valorant coming out was the best thing for CSGO.
I agree. Because, I mean, at the same time, you could think, like, oh, this is going to be the downfall of CSGO. Because it's the same.
A lot of people did.
It's the same concept, and a lot of people are streaming Valorant. But at the same time, that's when CSGO came around and started updating it, adding more stuff.
That's the only reason. And the thing is, it would have been a better game than Valorant if they just paid more attention to it. That's all it would have taken. Is just pay attention to your game, pay attention to your community. But the thing is, it's funny. Is okay from an esports perspective, Valorant destroyed CS:GO.
Yeah, no, I think so.
As soon as COVID ends and we're able to go back to normal every day, Valorant's overtaking CS:GO. Easy, done, you're gone. Like they will sell out tournaments. They will sell out entire stadiums for Valorant because it's the same Overwatch community that supports the ridiculous Overwatch stadiums.
Exactly. It's Overwatch with CSGO. And I think that's what made it so cool. But I wish that Riot Games would open their freaking eyes and their mind and see that how easy it is to get gun skins in CSGO.
What?
No, not even that. I mean, that's a whole other problem.
Yeah.
But then if you want to get a couple gun skins in Valorant, I mean, you easily have to spend $35, $50, $100 just to get one.
I think they need to add but at the same time, with CS:GO, I don't know.
Well, yeah, you can buy cases, and you have to buy keys, but keys are like what, $2, and then you can earn cases from leveling up and stuff. But also, I think the whole cases and keys thing is kind of helped out by the game being on Steam, and that you can sell inventory items on Steam, so you can kind of make money on Steam to buy
What they're
keys if you want to.
what they're scared of, and I understand this completely, is the whole lawsuit that CS:GO had to go through, because there was a complete black market for CS:GO that came out, because people were just they gambling like and stuff like that. Like they legit had like shut down everything for a while because they had to settle lawsuits. And that's the thing, is that they're scared of, is just like, oh well, if we add like wear to these items, blah 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 blah, and all this. And I'm like, I understand that, but I don't know. I that's the thing, is like, I would love to be able to buy certain skins for the price they should be. Exactly. But at the same time, the system they're doing right now is working. Like,
I guess it is. I mean, if you're a popular streamer and you're getting donations and you have subs or whatever, I guess you have the money to buy those skins if you want to. Or if you're just someone who really fucking likes the game.
And somebody like me that, bought a $35 knife.
Jeez, what is wrong with you, Chase?
I had to buy the ego knife because, it's pink.
It's pink. That's Chase's favorite color, by the way.
Yeah. But dude, it's pastel. It had a pastel pink version, and I'm like, well, I mean, I have to buy it now, right? Like,
well, I think, honestly, my personal opinion, Dead by Daylight, which is a totally different game than Valorant, but what they do is you can spend $10 to do their battle pass kind of thing, and what it does is in certain tiers, you can earn the kind of in-game points for like buying the battle pass and buying skins. So I feel like that's what they should Valorant.
Yeah, I think Valorant should do that. I think Valorant
certain tiers should reward you some Valorant points, so that maybe you make back like what, you spent $1,000 Valorant points on the battle pass. Maybe you can earn 500 of those back.
Exactly. At the end I think that should be a thing too.
So much sense.
Because like a lot of games do that, like battle passes, like Fortnite,
Fortnite
did that.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that definitely should be a thing. Like, I think you should earn that back.
Yes.
Like, I think if you hit 50 tiers, you should earn back the points you spent on it. So you can either choose. No, I think you should earn it back, because that keeps people playing your game.
I guess, yeah.
Because you know how hard it is to get to tier 50. Yeah. Like, it's pretty difficult to get to tier 50. You have to play a lot.
20-something days left, and I'm only on tier 30 something.
I'm on like tier 40. I'm almost on tier 45.
Yeah. There's 20 something days left or something.
Yeah, so I need to really grind it out, because I love the skins in this battle pass. Because I can turn them all pink. All right, well, we got through, and it is an hour in.
Yep. So I think I'm at an hour 8 minutes on my live stream.
I'm an hour 9 minutes on my recording.
Yep.
Alrighty, everybody. That was the Groovy Voice podcast, here with Chase and my co-host Austin.
Yes, sir.
Everybody have a groovy day. Goodbye.
See ya.